Yes, it does have a very big meaning for me. I've had 4 terrible years, as most of people know.
Sir Cliff Richard isn't just a singer. He's a living chapter of British music history. For more than 6 decades, his voice has echoed through concert halls, living rooms, and car radios across the world. But at 84, the man once known for boundless energy and boyish charm is speaking more openly than ever about time, mortality, and what may come next. Born Harry Roger Webb in Lucknow, India, in 1940, his life began far from the screaming fans and flashing cameras. After Indian independence, his family left everything behind and sailed to England, starting over in modest circumstances. It was there, as a teenager with a cheap guitar and a love for skiffle, that Harry began chasing something bigger. By 1958, he had reinvented himself as Cliff Richard, fronting a band that would soon become the Shadows. When Move It exploded onto the charts, even John Lennon would later call it Britain's first real rock and roll record. A star was born. Through the late 50s and early 60s, Cliff was marketed as Britain's answer to Elvis Presley. Sharp suits, serious expression, electric stage presence. But unlike many of his peers, he didn't fade. He evolved. From rock anthems to softer ballads, from films like The Young Ones and Summer Holiday to Christmas classics like Mistletoe and Wine, he built a catalog that spans generations. With over 250 million records sold and chart hits in 6 consecutive decades, his legacy is unmatched in British pop. Yet behind the success was sacrifice. At just 21, Cliff made a heartbreaking decision. He chose career over marriage, ending a serious relationship because he believed fame demanded everything. "Showbiz is in my blood," he once wrote. That choice defined his life. There would be romances, including a highly publicized relationship with tennis champion Sue Barker, but marriage never came. Cliff often said commitment deserved his whole heart, and he could never divide it between family life and the stage. Personal loss marked him deeply. His father died when Cliff was only 20, never seeing the knighthood or the global fame that followed. His mother's long battle with Alzheimer's was another painful chapter. And in 2016, he endured both the death of his sister and a very public legal ordeal that shook his reputation, though he was ultimately cleared. Through it all, he leaned on faith, close friendships, and the music that had always carried him forward. Now, at 84, he speaks with disarming honesty. "Touring is harder," he admits. Some mornings he wakes up unsure if his voice will cooperate. And in a moment that stunned fans, he said plainly, "I might be dead next year, so I don't even think about it anymore." It wasn't despair, it was acceptance. A man who has lived fully acknowledging the reality none of us escape. Still, the spark remains. He insists he doesn't believe in retiring, only stopping. Stopping means he could always come back. It means the door is never fully closed. And as long as audiences keep showing up, as long as the music still moves through him, Sir Cliff Richard intends to step onto that stage with gratitude. From a young boy in India to a knight of the realm, from rock rebel to reflective elder statesman of pop, his journey has been one of reinvention, resilience, and remarkable endurance. The question now isn't whether he can keep going, it's whether he ever truly wants to stop.